Gentlemen, can you tell us all about what this festival is, what we're all doing here today?
We've come to celebrate both this incredible farm and what they do here, but also Up, our brand of cannabis, or brand that we've been supporting and have been involved with for a couple of years now. And as the date of legalization approaches, I think there's valuable information people need. This is part of it, a way of getting the message out.
It's such a cool time, an exciting time, and maybe even I don't know if it was a scary time, or were you guys unsure at all about getting involved in this before legalization was going to be happening in October?
No, we weren't uneasy about it at all. We started talking about it and were approached probably like 3 years ago now. And we were all really in favor right from the start. Gord Downey in particular was a huge fan of the potential of this. You know, we've always sort of looked on it as that the day was sort of inevitable, but it's like being around at the end of Prohibition. Right. You know, so it's really exciting times. It's exciting times for our society. It's exciting times for our culture, and it's really important, to get the right information out. Because there's a lot of people are scared. They don't know what's going to happen. And so that we're happy to be on board and happy to be involved with this great company, a great bunch of people.
You mentioned, it is like the end of Prohibition, and there is a lot of misinformation out there, or things that people are kind of scared of. What are your hopes for the future, like for the immediate future, come this fall?
Well, I mean, I don't think we have any sort of ideal vision in mind, except that we are very aware, and I think all the Up people are aware, and everyone that is growing pot and managed to get a sales license, a grow license and a sales license from Health Canada, is there's a lot of smart people have to figure out a lot of tricky situations with it. So, but we feel like we're a part of figuring out part of that for people, in that, go easy. The beauty of this situation is that now you know what you're getting, as opposed to you go to your dealer before this, or you don't necessarily know what you're getting, and so it's I think a very good thing to actually control this stuff. And I think that's what the government's doing, but there's still a lot of stuff to be figured out, and so we're committed to Up, and we're enjoying it, and we feel like it's creative, and we're gonna stress, be cool, man. Not too much.
Really cool. Right, everything's really cool in the fall. So what attracted you to it? Like, what made you want to get involved in this, as not just for recreation, for fun, but as a business venture?
Well, it seems like an incredible opportunity. We mentioned the end of Prohibition.
Yeah.
The Canadian Senate recommended something like this in 1972. This has been a logical step for a long time, and a lot of people who had the information said this is the way we should go. It's logical to go this way. And a lot of fear and political pressures and border concerns and various trade concerns have held back the progress, I guess. All the times here, and it's an exciting opportunity. And it's no secret that we like cannabis products. I mean, that's no secret, like so many other people out there. And I think that used responsibly by adults, there's no reason why anyone should be told they can't enjoy cannabis products.
A lot of people in the media, especially south of the border too, are kind of celebrating Canada's decision, to legalize this coming in October. In a way, it seems like a very Canadian thing. It feels like a very Canadian thing. You guys have always been so deeply entrenched in Canadian culture, over the course of your careers. I wanted to ask you guys about Gord a bit. Were you, given how entrenched you are, how much people feel when they think about your music and they have come to see you? What was your reaction to the outpouring of gratitude and grief from the entire country when Gord passed?
I mean, we weren't surprised at all, to be perfectly honest. We felt it ourselves in a completely different way and in a sort of a deeper way. You know, we've been together for an awful long time. We've always approached this band as a family, and you know, from the days back when we were young men driving around in a van back and forth across the country, you know, you get to know each other really well. And it's the right thing about being a band in Canada. I mean, that's what breaks bands up, is smelling each other's stinky feet for a 14-hour drive to Kenora. But we kind of like each other's stinky feet, and we stayed together through the whole thing. And that's why we're involved with this. Gord was a big fan of this this company and the people, you know, and it's working with the right people. And these guys at Up, they're not pushing to be the biggest. They're not trying to buy their way to the top. They're developing, you know, strains, 5 different strains of marijuana that we're announcing today that have a little bit of something for everybody. You know, it's not just about going out and getting as high as you possibly can. It's, you know, the opportunity to sit back and chill out with, you know, at the end of the day after the kids are in bed and relax a little bit. Like, we all need to take the edge off every once in a while, and you know, maybe it's time that we tried something different, you know, and we think about our involvement with these guys, and, you know, just when we're all together and like we're honoring Gord, you know, and it's a cool thing.
Yeah. I'm sure your fan base in particular is going to be attracted to this product. Are you hoping to bring a lot of your fans specifically over to experience this with you guys in a way?
I don't think necessarily. You know, I mean, we love our fans, but you know, and as time has moved forward, we communicate much more than we used to with them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they want to smoke weed. You know, I don't necessarily know that there's a certain, other people disagree that there's a certain, you know, stereotypical hip fan.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, you know, we've been putting it out there that we have been working with these people, and they want our input, and so it's like it's a creative outlet for us. We obviously, you know, don't have what we used to have with Gord around and a band that was playing and making music. So this is, you know, it's a great thing for us, but I don't know that we're kind of looking sort of, you know, what the ideal situation would be. There'll be hip fans that want to try our weed, I would guess.
I'll say that the hip fans that I know are going to be in that camp for sure. You know, you mentioned, you know, these days being able to be in touch with your fans more, I guess, than at any time in the past. When you're in touch with them, when you're talking with them, do you get an inkling for them, or do they communicate to you that they want to see you perform music to continue on as Tragically Hip?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And when I say the Tragically Hip doesn't exist as a performing unit anymore because a key member is gone,
Yeah.
that I think they understand that. You know, I had great respect for Led Zeppelin, who said, without John Bonham, we're not Led Zeppelin.
Right.
And alternately, other bands have continued on without key members, and I think a lot of times there's a lot lost.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't be the Hip without Gord. We work together musically. We've done various things together on musical fronts, collaborated on projects, and you know, these guys are my brothers. Love them dearly, and I hope we will continue to work together creatively, musically, and on projects like this.
Yeah.
But the Hip has played their last.